There's a little app experiment that I wanted to try, but to do that, I needed Xcode. That's the software used to create apps for Apple devices, like the iPhone, iPad, Macs, Apple Watch, and Apple TV. Xcode is big. It's over 12 gigabytes compressed, which quickly ballooned to over 30 gigabytes once installed on my computer. Over time, the app just gets large and bloated. Updating the app can be a chore too, as it takes a long time, and then it just fails on me at the end. So, I've been deleting it, along with any trace of it. I've only been using Xcode when I need it. When I first bought this Mac, I didn't think that I'd be developing apps and creating 4K videos. Doing both puts a lot of pressure on the 256 gigabyte internal hard drive. But now, since I need it again, I went to the Mac App Store to download a fresh copy. Wow, it was slow. It reminded me of the 1990s when dial-up internet was common. At first, I tried restarting the router, but the speeds did not improve. I was wondering if it was my internet connection, but I am able to upload gigabytes of data to YouTube, and that was way faster than this. I started this Xcode download yesterday morning, and by the following morning, it still was not done. As another comparison, I tried downloading Visual Studio Code from Microsoft. It was downloading at 2.9 megabytes per second. While Visual Studio Code is a much smaller app, that speed is about 10 gigs per hour. Something is clearly wrong with the Xcode download. So I went to the Xcode subreddit on reddit.com, and I was about to rant about the size of the app. I think Xcode needs to go on a diet. Why does Xcode need to be so big? And while I was there, I read that downloading Xcode from the Mac App Store is notoriously slow. It's so bad that there's even a tool on GitHub to download Xcode up to 16 times faster. Well, that's what the description says. I didn't try the software, as I shouldn't have to do that. People use Apple products because they just work. When downloading Xcode from the Mac App Store, it doesn't just work. And considering that's the tool developers use to craft apps for Apple products, that's a big problem. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that problem, not in the long term. But right now, I'm just going to run my app experiment and then see what happens.